Welcome back, Adventure Four-Wheel family. This is Louie. I'm doing some Maintenance Monday stuff on the Gladiator today, and I'm actually doing the plugs, but I came across this little interesting thing that has happened on the engine itself. I've noticed in the last month or so some seepage from the bottom of the Jeep as I do some of my inspections, and finally found the cause of it. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to see if you guys can see this, but what I'm finding is a piece of a sensor on the valve cover on each side is actually leaking, and that's what's causing the seepage run down the actual heads and down towards the bottom of the oil pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over so you can take a look. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now that the manifold is off, we're looking at the actual sensor that is causing the leakage. I cleaned it up actually a little bit. I bought a new sensor just for giggles. I figured I'm here, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. I already did the spark plug exchange a few minutes ago, but that is the sensor that's having the issue. Now, if you go over to this side, is actually not that bad, but you can see the seepage right there, and the sensor is down here. I know it's pretty hard to see, but yeah, that sensor also is leaking. So I'm actually going to replace the actual gasket that's around it, and I'll kind of show you guys in a second what that looks like. All right, here we are. Now just taking the sensors actually out, and I'll show you that in a second. This is the old sensor. I don't know if you can see it, but right there is some wear on the housing right there. And as you can also see, there's no real O-ring goes around this. This O-ring is actually in the actual valve cover. There's also some O-rings down here that go further down into the head. Here are the new ones. As you can see, there's no wear on it whatsoever. And that's where it's primarily leaking from, is right here. And so this is actually a new gasket and or O-ring that goes in here. This part down here actually sits within the valve cover, and then this sticks out of the valve cover, and then this goes inside of the valve cover with inside of the head as well. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second, but it is a good idea to use Mopar parts. I've had best luck with the Mopar parts. I've tried aftermarket parts and within the sensor community, and they seem not to be as reliable and it. Okay, so that is the position where the old sensor was. As you can see, the gasket doesn't look too bad, but that's where it's leaking from, is right on the top here. So we'll go ahead and replace that with a new one, and we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so that is the driver's side. We went ahead and replaced the little gasket that's down there, replaced the new solenoid there. We're gonna hop over to the passenger side. As you can see, I know it was a little hard to see last time, but it is seeping pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and replace both the solenoid and the gasket around the solenoid. So stay tuned. Yeah, so as you can see, these are a little worn, right? They're a little thinner than these, so it looks like they were due to be replaced. And of course, this is just kind of a bonus. I was there, you know, these are a little pricey, about 80 bucks a piece. You know, it's just, I guess, peace of mind that I would kind of replace both of them. You know, as you can see down here, there are some O-rings, so, you know, maybe that will help as well. I doubt it, the way it sits into the head and into the valve cover. This is really what's going to prevent it from leaking again. So we'll do the passenger side, new solenoid, new valve cover, grommet here or O-ring, however you want to display it. Part number for the actual actuators here is right here. So that gives you an idea of what that part number is. Their universal size. Here is the part number for the actual O-ring. So you guys have an idea of what these two parts are what you're looking for when you're looking for parts. Now, again, I'd probably recommend you do this when you do your plugs because, again, the intake manifold is going to be taken off. It gives you that capability of kind of just getting to everything. And when you take the plugs out, everything is right there. So it gives you free range of that particular area. So here is the passenger side that we're going to redo right now. So I'll tell you how everything comes out once everything is back in, and hopefully that takes care of our little seepage of oil there. Thanks a lot for watching.